You are watching TFI.
Greetings, salutations, welcome to Sticking My Face into Acoustic Foam Panels Won't Even Make the Echo Go Away on this channel, boy. I'm what they call an AV train wreck. The audio's a mess. I've got this weird fringing going on around my head on the green screen. I've tried every slider in the camera to try and get rid of that. It won't go away. I don't know what to do. I've got cat hairs on my face now from those tiles because of cats all over them. There's COVID outside everywhere. Life must go on. If it makes you feel any better though, mate, just be comforted by the fact that there's a lovely little cat just to the right of me there. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Right, what am I doing? What am I doing today? Right, well, this kind of loosely fits into the working from home theme that I've been doing recently because that's what's happening at the moment. This didn't happen as a result of that, but it just fits in with it. So, a while back, BenQ got in touch with me and I was like, oh, that's nice. I've heard of BenQ. Oh, good for me. And they were like, we're going to send you a screen lamp. And I was like, all right, sure, okay. And they were like, it's called the Screenbar. We're going to send you a Screenbar. And I was like, okay, all right, let's send a Screenbar, okay. So they sent me their Screenbar. It turned up, I opened it up and I was like, it's all right, actually, it's built pretty well, it's well made. And I put it all together and put it on the monitor and lit it up and I was like, actually, it's pretty decent. So I Googled it and I was like, okay, right, I need to look into this a bit more because it's 90 English pounds sterling. Which I guess is probably going to be roughly the same in dollary dues, about 100. That's a lot for a screen lamp. So right off the bat, who's this pitched at? Not everyone. If you stop for cash, I'm not going to try and pretend like this is going to be a good buy. It's absolutely not. This is probably pitched at people who've got their workstation sorted. They've got all the peripherals, the keyboard and the mouse and the 3D mouse and everything sorted, and they're just like, I've got a bit of cash free. I'm working from home for a while. I could do with something else just to make my workstation a little bit more comfortable whilst I'm working from home. It's probably pitched at those sort of people. That's kind of where I'm coming at here, because 90 quid for a lamp that sits on top of your monitor when you've probably already got a lamp is a bit of a stretch. So let's just get that straight from the off. But the Screenbar, what's it all about? Well, it's a lamp that sits on top of your monitor and then it shines a beam of light down onto the desk and then it lights up almost pretty perfectly actually your entire workspace from the keyboard out both left and right across where your mouse would be and your 3D mouse. And the good thing about it is that it doesn't glare off of the screen either. It does a pretty good job of just beaming directly vertically down onto the keyboard. The specs of the lamp, it's powered entirely through USB. It only pulls 5 watts of power, so you can plug the USB power cable from the lamp directly into the monitor, so you can rig it up so that when your PC powers down, your monitor turns off, the lamp turns off, which is pretty nice. The color temperature can be adjusted, so if you prefer warm light or cool light coming out of the lamp, you can adjust that. It goes from 2,700 kelvins of warm light through to 6,500 kelvins of cool light. It's 300 lumens of warm light through to 320 lumens of cold light. The manufacturer's stated lifetime for the panels, 50,000 hours. Like I said, power consumption is 5 watts. It's manufactured out of aluminium alloy and ABS plastic and a net weight of 0.53 kilograms. So it's built pretty well. It sits on top of the monitor. It's got this counterbalance sort of weight, which makes it fit pretty nicely to most monitors. It's well adjustable, fits pretty nicely. And it looks good as well. It looks clean. It looks modern, contemporary, and it just sits there on top of the screen. Out of the way, it doesn't get in the way, it doesn't interfere with anything. Even if you've got a webcam like I've got right now, I can sit the webcam on top of the screen bar and then just crack on. It's got a set of buttons along the top which adjusts brightness, color temperature. It's also got an automatic ambient light sensor as well, so you can just turn that on and then the lamp will adjust based on the ambient lighting in the room, and then it'll just adjust the light that it shines down based on how bright the room is, and then the on-off switch on the right hand side. The touch-sensitive buttons, they're a bit of a struggle, if I'm not going to lie, is because the buttons, for whatever reason, BenQ decided that they didn't need any illumination on them. So when it's dark in your room, which it usually is when you need a lamp, you can't see the buttons. So you tend to fumble around looking for the buttons, and they don't have any tactile feedback on them either, so you end up trying to You can't even, it's a flat panel, so you don't know when you're pressing the buttons, and you also don't know when the button's actually activating because there's no tactile feedback on them, so it's a bit of a nightmare. They could be better, but then BenQ went and introduced the Screenbar Plus for an extra 20 quid or an extra $20 or however much it is more, and that gives you a physical dial that they put on your desk, and that replaces the touch sensitive buttons. But then they thought it was a good idea to send me this one and not the Plus one with the better button set. I don't know. Either way, it works. What I found was, though, once you've got the lamp set up to your preference, so the right color temperature that you find comfortable, the right brightness, that's it. You tend not to want to adjust it anymore. You just turn it on and off, and that's the button to the very right, and you find that one pretty easily. So yes, the buttons are a bit of a disaster, but once you've set it up, you tend not to use them all that much anyway. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. All that's left really is just my thoughts and opinions on it. So once I'd used it for a couple of weeks and I was ready to start planning this video, I thought, right, I'll Google around and I'll see what other people thought of it who've been sent it. And nearly everybody was like, oh, after using it all night and working with the screen lamp, I went to bed feeling refreshed and you know, like my eyes were less strained. And I just thought, I honestly didn't get that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get that. I'm not gonna call it bollocks, but I just didn't get that. For me, it's more comfortable having the lamp, no doubt. When you're in a dark room, you know, you're at night, you're working at night, you don't want your full room illuminated by your spotlight, you just want a nice illuminated desk area. It's nice for that. Or even if you have got your main lights on, just to have that extra bit of light to light up your workspace, it's nice for that. But I'm not going to go as far as to say that it reduces eye strain. I just didn't get that. But now that I've used it for a couple of weeks, honestly, I do find myself consciously turning it on and noticing when it's not on, because it's just nice to have that extra bit of illumination on your desk just to light up that area. There's something like subconsciously nice about that happening. You can see from the videos that I've played, it's a noticeable area of illumination there, and you get used to that, and it's just nice to have that. Whether it's 90 quid nice or not, that's on you. If you've got that kind of cash lying around and you're in a position to be able to have that kind of comfort money to put into having a screen lamp, then by all means. But I'm not going to pretend like this is an essential buy for anybody, because it's not. It is just a lamp. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. Like I say, now that I've got it, I'm gonna be using it all the time. My webcam sits on top of the screen lamp pretty nicely, so it doesn't get in the way of that. And yeah, if it was to break, I probably would buy another one now that I've gotten used to it. Like I say, I wouldn't strongly recommend anyone goes out and buys one unless you've got the money to do that. If you do have the money to do that, my Amazon affiliate link is in the description. If you want to support the channel, give that a click, purchase the lamp, and you'll give me a little bit of a kickback, which would be much appreciated. So that's that. That's all I've got. Thanks very much to BenQ for sending the screen bar over. I look forward to receiving some of your monitors in the near future that people want reviewed and looked at, because CAD users use monitors too. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint. But yeah, thanks very much. I'll see you in the next one.